Now let's explore the advanced features of Note tool. So I'll go to Note again. And here, if you want to start with just one single leader line connected with one single node, then you can follow the usual method. For example, here I'll simply type sample and we have this leader line attached to one single node. What if you want to attach several different leader lines with one single node? In that case, the workflow will be different. So press escape key. And now instead of starting with node, I'll simply select the feature first. So I'll select this hole and then I'll control select this feature. So we've got these two holes selected and now click on node. And in this case, it will automatically attach two leader lines with one single node. Now we can add the node, whatever node we want to add. So I'll just add machined hole and click outside. And here we are, we've got this added. Now I'll press escape key and let's again for a moment assume that here we want to add one more branch and we want to attach it with this hole right inside this one. Here also we want to attach it. For that, you can select any leader line in this list and just press and hold control and click on this grip and move it to the next location, which is right here. So we've got a new branching. Now, if you want to delete any leader line from all these branches, then you can select it and then click on that grip. So simply selecting the leader line is not sufficient. Click on that grip which you want to delete and now click on delete key and it will just delete that leader line. So here I'll simply just select it, press and hold control and I'll just add one more right here. Now, if you want to change the arrow style of these nodes, then you can do that as well. Simply select it and now if you change the arrow style, that's here. So if I change it, it's going to change it only for my selected style. It won't change it for all the other nodes. If, however, you want to change it for all the connected leader lines of that node, then simply select this apply to all and now change it. And the changes are globally applicable. So now it is changing it for every single style here. If you want to individually change the style, you can do that simply by clicking here on the note as well. But first I'll uncheck this apply to all. Now I'll right click on this grip here and it will show you well all the arrowhead style. So if I select a style, that's going to add it only to my selection. It will leave everything else. So that's also another workflow which you can use. Now let's explore even more options. So I'll go to Note and here we have the leader style option. Let's expand it. Now, if you want to change the way this leader line is displayed, then you can uncheck this option and select it from this list. So you can select the type of style and its thickness. Though these settings are already defined in the document, and if you want to use the settings from document, then check this box. Here we have the border style. Now you can create borders right around your node. Right now, none is selected, so we don't have a border, but let's just change that to maybe box. And now if I add a node, maybe here, and I'll just add it like so, and I'm going to type sandblasted. Now I'll click outside and look at this. We have this box here. Now you can make several modifications in this box. For example, here right now tight fit is selected, so we don't have any room around the text. But if you want to create room around your text, then simply go to padding and add a padding value. For example, 5 mm. Now it will leave 5 mm spacing on the left and right side of the text. So if I add the leader again, it will add it like so. So we have sandblasted, and as you can see, we have gap here as well as here. Now we also have some options here. So if you want to add a specific number of characters, then you can select it from this list. For example, maybe 3 characters. And now it will only create box which is sufficient for 3 characters. So I'm just going to click here on this feature and I'll add it and I'll just type ABC. And as you can see, this ABC text fits properly, but as soon as I type D, that's just going to make it, well, the tight fit, and it's not going to leave any padding. And with E, it's now overflowing the box. So it will only keep sufficient room for 3 characters. Now we also have a user defined option. Let's explore what that is. And that option is actually here. So using user defined, you can set your own box size, and that option is right here. So if you set a box size of, let's say 8 mm, now the box size will be 8 mm, and whatever the 8 mm is, if the text fits inside that, that's fine. Else the text will overflow that box. So right now this is the 8 mm box, but if I change that to 20, the box size is this. So you can actually add whatever box size you want, and now the box size will change accordingly. So that's the user defined option. I'll simply select tight fit and maybe use a padding of 5. And with that, we can use this leader line. And also, of course, we can change different types of borders. So for example, we can choose between border, between diamond, box, hexagon, and so on. It's completely your choice. I'll now change it back to none. We don't want any kind of border, and I'll close this as well. Then we have an option of word wrap. Now word wrap is a feature which will automatically wrap your text and send it to the second line if it extends beyond this length. Right now it is set to 9.922. I'll just change that to, well, 10. And now if I start typing anything here, sample text, SolidWorks course. Now, as you can see, this is just extending, well, to a pretty good length. Now, this is approximately 60 to 70 mm in length. Now, I'll just click outside and I'll activate word wrap, and I'll do the same, but this time, as you know, with word wrap active. Now with word wrap active, as you can see, this is approximately 66 mm. So I'll change that to, let's say, 20. And here we are. Now it will automatically add the next one in the next line. So it will just fit everything within that 20 mm box. So if you don't want this kind of wrapping, you can uncheck this. And this word wrap is a temporary thing which you can change simply by moving this box as well. So just in case you want to just move it like this, you can do it, and it will automatically change that distance here too. Now I'll uncheck this and click here. So these are some of the changes that we have made in our text styling. And if you want to save these styles, then you can do that too. So I'll go to Note, and let's just once again make a few changes. So I'll just select this one here, automatic positioning. The text should be on the top. Arrowhead, maybe let's just make it the circular one. All right. And leader style, if you want to change it, you can. Border, let's add a border as well. I'll maybe add box here. Now these are some of the changes that we have made. Now if you want to make this change permanent, then you can go to style and save it. So click on this plus and give it a name. Let's call it sample text or sample note. Click OK. And now we have this sample text added here. So whenever you want to just use the same style, next time you want to add anything in your drawing, just go to Note and you select sample text. And when you do that, all the settings are exactly the same. It will be applied. And now, well, you can add the note with the exact same settings, like so.